VCR view. Can you hear me okay? Hey Floss, how's it going? I've got my GoPro 10 hooked up, running in the Jeep through Starlink, and I want to make sure you guys can hear me and see the video okay. Loud and clear. Okay, Casey, thank you. So Lucas and I are cruising around. We're at the entrance here of the Ironwood Forest National Monument, and you can see the map there in the distance right in front of us. So we're going to continue on into the monument, and I'm thinking right now we'll drive up to the base of Ragged Top Mountain. Okay, Floss, thank you. Thank you, Tim, appreciate it. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see us. Some bicycle riders coming by. Lucas will probably bark at them. Hey John, how's it going? Sammy Munchkin, welcome, welcome. RG Arizona, hello, hello. All right, here we go. So we live inside the monument, the Ironwood Forest National Monument. It's 129,000 acres. So nothing like living inside paradise. So every once in a while I take Lucas out for a ride, which he really enjoys. And the Jeep Cherokee is a perfect vehicle for that. So he's hanging out the back window here. Still quite a few campers out here. Let me turn the camera around so you can see out the front windshield. As soon as it gets close to 100 degrees, they'll start leaving. But for right now, there's quite a few campers out here. So I'm running on my Starlink Mini while I'm driving, and it may be a little glitchy. You guys let me know if it is. But we're supposed to be able to do this. I've done it once or twice about a year ago. Glitchy, so with more satellites up in space now, maybe it'll be a little smoother. Acres of playground. That's gone. Every time I get up in the morning, grab a cup of coffee and walk around our place there and look at Ragged Top, which you can see off in the distance. We just feel very blessed to be here. And we found this totally by accident. I was out here working for the electric co-op on a customer's water well. He burned up a motor, took it into the repair shop. The repair shop told him, well, you got a voltage problem, call your electric utility. And so he called Trico Electric, and I was the technician and that. Down through the dip. This is a watershed from the mountains. And then we're going to get to the end of the pavement here, and then we're going to be on a bumpy road, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, turn the camera around so you can see us again. This is working out pretty good. So I've got a tripod sitting on the floor in front of the Jeep, and I've got it tied down to my battery pack. And that way I can rotate the camera around. So far, so good. There's Crafty Traveler. Howdy, howdy. And did I see Divine Mojo is here? Hi, Mindy. Good to see you. Right, ready to hit the dirt here. So you'll hear a little more noise. Silvervale Mountains off in the distance there, right in front of us. And this is a weekend, so there's quite a few people out here running their ATVs and out-of-towners visiting. Close to 80 degrees this morning. It's supposed to be up in the low 90s today. So I think once we get up around 95, 98, we'll see a lot of the boondockers My favorite part of the monument right through here. It's nice and thick vegetation. You can see Ragged Top. We're going to turn on the trail that goes up to Ragged Top. And we'll do a little bit of easy four-wheeling. How's the stream? Are you guys seeing any glitching or anything? Is it pretty steady? The Titan II missile silo, there are a few of them around here, Woody. They're all retired. There's one down in Green Valley, which is probably 65 miles to the south of us. It's actually a museum that you can go through, and you can go down in the silo. They preserved everything. Now there's a Titan interpretive site north of us, probably 6 or 8 miles. It just has storyboards, and it's got pictures of what used to be there. But if you want to go to a Titan missile site and see what it used to be like, then they do have one in Green Valley, south of Tucson. All right, rotating around here. Actually, it's leaning away from the road. Hey Dee, how's it going? Good to see you. Fox Fan D just dropped a video, I think yesterday, which we watched, so check that out. She did a good job giving us her history and some of the challenge that she's faced and how she's doing today. So good to see you, Dee. And Nurse TLC, that's Tanya. Hi Tanya, good to see you. So we're doing a drive stream. I'm driving through the monument here. And we're going to drive up the trail, do some easy four-wheeling up the trail to the base of Ragged Top Mountain. See if there's any campers up there. Johnny, this would be a good option for you with your van. The lower sites down here on this trail you can reach with your van, and it's a pretty private area, just small little camp spots. It's not a maintained road, but it's still passable. Here's a site right here that's empty. Just enough to pull in, and it goes back in there a little ways, and look at the view. Fabulous view of Ragged Top Mountain. And it's quiet up here. You don't have the traffic like you see down on Pump Station. Yeah, Lucas is raring to go, that's for sure. He recognizes this area. If we get up here, I'll have to take him out and let him sniff around. Had a dog trainer tell me, oh, there's somebody camped there. See, these are just regular cars. It's like a Honda, maybe a Nissan, no, a Volvo. Well, it looks like maybe they're up here hiking. I don't see a tent or anything. See, here's another spot here. There's a camper back there. There's a van back there. Not too many people know about this spot here. A lot of people will camp down on Pump Station because it's easy to get to if you have a you know, RV like Merton and Sioux. It's a good flat area. With a van, you can come up here and tuck in one of these spots here. I'm going to watch Lucas. He hangs out the window. I don't want to drive too close to a cholla cactus. You'll end up with a piece in his nose. Alright, here's the little rough spot here that I'm going to need four-wheel drive to get up and over. It's just a little bump. I've seen cars get up here, no problem. You just have to take it easy. SUV. Yeah, there's a van right there. They got up there. Here, I don't know why. Here we go. Drive around the Saguaros. So this is my favorite part of the whole monument. I come up here all the time. Dense part of the monument right through here. And there are approximately 100 bighorn sheep that live up in this area. I've seen their droppings all over, but haven't sighted one up in this area. They do have a water catchment. Arizona Game and Fish has a water catchment tank up here. They collect rainwater, and all the critters up here, the deer and the bighorn sheep and all the rest of them, can drink water. They have, I think, 12 or 15 sites up here inside the monument and outside that they have water for all the animals. Yeah, I'm not. Oki's over at our daughter Sheena's house. Here, I'm going to pull into this site here so you guys can see. This is a good one here. This is a pretty flat site right here. Nice fire ring. Somebody took good